So upon the announcement of the season 2 finale, I've made a quick list of characters, and I'm going to go through the reasons why I think some may die and some may not. These reasons are either in character or out of character, so anything can go really. Based on things that I've read and things that I've heard said, there's probably some news articles or some bits of gossip that I've missed out that could be included as reasons why or why not a character may be leaving the series. So if you know anything that I don't, or I've forgotten anything, feel free to comment, because I'd be really interested. So the characters I'll be going through, whether they're going to be killed or not, is Jonas, Emma, Daniel, Sarah, Taylor, Mallory, Jenny, Gina, Dr. Hart, Lucy and Carl. I'm going to start with some people I don't think is going to die, so I'm going to start with Taylor. She's not really been around enough to suddenly turn up and get killed, in my opinion. And she has been posting videos, but they're just jumper product placements. The less I say about that, the better. I don't really agree with it, but hey, they have to make a living somehow. But she is still classed as crew of Lonely Girl, so maybe there's a chance for a season 3 comeback. I'll discuss that a bit later when it comes to talking about Sarah. The next character on my list is Mallory. I think it's probably well known that with the Sarah and Daniel fans, Mallory's not a big fan favourite. And pretty much now that her affair's been exposed and she's not with Daniel anymore, her videos have been coming less and less, and to be honest, there's not much point in her really. But I don't think she's going to get killed, especially if it's anything to do with the Order. I think her character might fade out and just eventually leave. I don't think she'll be killed off, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Maybe she'll get a change of heart, maybe she'll come and help Daniel and get killed in the crossfire, I don't know. Next up we have Gina. Now, for a season finale, I don't think anyone would be too fussed if Gina got killed, considering until a couple of videos ago we assumed that she was dead already. I don't think anyone would notice if she was actually dead. However, if she did live, then we could learn how she survived when she was supposed to be dying, if that was ever the case, because in my opinion the whole Dr. Hart and Gina thing could have been a setup. You know, he sent the videos in the first place, they could have all been staged, and you know, Gina was never in danger, but she is part of the Order or part of the Hymn of One. But that's just what I drew from watching back the video, but I don't know. Jonas. Now, ladies, one of the main reasons I don't think it's going to be Jonas, shirtless. I mean, hello, how can we survive without seeing Jonah shirtless? And we've only seen it about once or twice in this series, or season, but still, once or twice is more than nothing, and if he's dead, you wouldn't really want to see a corpse's chest, would you? Well, maybe if it was Jonas's, but anyway. I checked on IMDb on Jackson Davis's resume thingy. I'm really not thinking tonight, I can't think of words. It didn't have anything, but then I listened back to the Fob Life, which was in December, and he did say something about doing a short movie at the end of January. So perhaps he could be leaving the series to do that. However, if he does die, I think it would be a mistake to keep him dead. So I think it might be a case of copying Dr. Griffin in Kate Modern, and he doesn't actually die, but people think he's dead and he just goes into hiding. So the next person on my list is Daniel. Now, I think it would be a real shame if they did kill Daniel off, given his history and that he's the only remaining cast member of Lonely Girl left, not including the crew, of course, and of course Lucy, but she doesn't really count. But listening back to the Fob Life again, in December he did say he was producing something. Now I don't actually know whether we've been given any more information on that, but if this project is a big one, then it may take up a lot of his time, so he may feel that he needs to dedicate his time to that instead of Lonely Girl. And to be honest, he has been on it quite a long time now. He's the longest running character, so there's a possibility it could be him. The next person, I've got to find my sheet. I am a professional. The next person I have on my list is Emma. I don't think it is Emma personally. I think there would be little point in killing another ceremony girl, because that was kind of the whole point of the last season finale, and if they did that again, then that's kind of just redoing an old storyline. But there has been a lot of negative backlash towards Emma's character. A lot of people were accusing her of being too much like Brie, so that could be a reason the creators get rid of her, because she isn't doing too well. I mean, she's doing better now, but I don't know, I don't really read the comments as much. I just know what some fans have been saying. Where are you? Ah, Jenny. I think I would like to see Jenny's character stay around. She has a lot of potential, and what she learned at the Lullaby project, aside from what we already know, could be important. Whatever little information she has that we don't know, because she's pretty much told us a lot. Also in her video, I can't remember what it was called, but it was the one where she was driving with Jonas in the car, and she said that she was going to go back home and away from everything. Now, saying something like that so close to a season finale is generally bad news, because generally if a character in a series or a film says they're going back home to be with their families and blah blah blah, they're gonna die, really. The next character I'm going to talk about is Lucy. To put this kind of strangely, I would miss her if they killed Lucy. She, again, is not as an original character as Daniel was, but she was in a lot of the early Lonely Girl videos, and she was the start of the whole ceremony storyline. With Dr. Hart, I think there's a very strong possibility that he's going to die, regardless of whether he is actually upset about messing around with Emma, or whether it's all just an act for the Order. I'm not sure, but I do think it is time that he got punished for what he's done to the other girls, if he even did that. What he did to Gina, if he even did that. What he's doing to Emma now, which, as we've seen in Girl Tied Up, he is doing. So the first character I think that's going to die is Carl. The more I think about it, the more I think it's going to be him. He has been around for quite a while, and generally as a bad guy, and bad guys never win, so I think it's likely that it will be him. However, he is quite villainous, and people do love to hate him, and though there's likely to be other characters that you're going to love to hate, I think it would be a shame if it's not Carl. But I do think if he does die, he isn't going to be the only one. Which brings me to the character I think most likely to die. As much as I don't want her to die, it's Sarah. She's had a good character development this season, because she found herself and she overcome her old ways, and she's kind of come out the other side of that. However, I think that generally when a character gets redemption like that, they end up being killed off. It also might give Taylor a reason to come back. I mean, if she finds out her sister's died, she'd want to know who did it, and even though she knows who did it, she'd probably want revenge, even though she didn't seem to with Bree. It wasn't as personal because she didn't know her as long. But that's just my take on things. I've just noticed my video's way over 10 minutes long, so I hope you haven't fallen asleep. I'm going to need to edit some of this out now actually. So I'm going to leave you now, and I use this video to apologise for some other videos that I probably should have made, but I haven't yet. So sorry for that. I will see you soon. Goodbye.